Today's WNEM TV5 Morning Extra is brought to you by Roof Max of Midland.
Thanks so much for joining us live this morning for TV5 Morning Extra. If you are on Facebook or YouTube, we'd love you to like, follow, and comment on the stories that matter most to you. I'm Christine Winter.
And I'm Lauren Piesco. Let's check in now with First Alert meteorologist Matthew Mondro for a look at your forecast and the foggy start to our morning. Matthew, what's the latest?
Yeah, Lauren, Christine, we are tracking that fog here as we start off the day, and really the fog should hang around almost up until lunchtime as well. It's just because of all that fresh rain from yesterday and the ground still partially being frozen. The rain just really hasn't had anywhere to soak in all too much. So that's why we've had all the standing water and again these foggy conditions. So I am first alerting you to this foggy start to the day. It's led to some fog delays into the central Michigan region, especially too. Some districts like Mount Pleasant or Ithaca do have that fog delay this morning. This dense fog advisory will be in place until noon today. That's from the National Weather Service. As far as the fog goes, really again across mid-Michigan, most of us, even up north, are waking up to some degree of fog for this morning. The fog will definitely be there for the morning bus stops as well, which temperature-wise are mostly between about 32 and 34. Afternoon bus stops today, a little bit mild for some of us. 46 showing up in Saginaw, 51 possible in Mount Pleasant. Overall, some of us will still have quite an unseasonably warm day. And just over to your First Alert traffic maps too. Despite the fog, we haven't seen any major holdups out there anywhere in our area, but if you are able to leave maybe a few minutes early this morning, I would maybe do that just because of the fog. We'll talk more about some upcoming rain very soon. Christine, Lauren, over to you.
Matthew, thank you. Well, right now, state police are asking anyone who has seen Candy Clem, pictured here, to contact them as they investigate her disappearance. The 36-year-old was last seen in the Pinconning area on December 18th, and she has not been heard from since. They say any first-hand information could be helpful in finding her.
They're not only working off of tips, they're also using evidence that they're recovering on their own from interviews and other search warrants and cell phone records and those kinds of things, trying to track down where she was last.
Clem is 5 feet tall with brown hair, hazel eyes, and wears glasses.
Developing this morning, a Genesee County school is asking the state to approve an emergency demolition as a roof collapse becomes even worse. Bendel Middle School in Burton says students are attending class in another part of the school that is safe and intact. As TV5 reported back in January, part of the roof collapsed into the wrestling room, and that was from rain and snow during winter break. At the time, engineers were concerned about the structural integrity of that section, and now the district says more of that damaged roof fell Monday afternoon. It says the building has been closely inspected by the state, the fire marshal, and the district safety team, including engineers. The district says that demolition could happen within the next few days once it's approved by the state. Stay with TV5 for updates.
People in Flint can voice their opinion on the Great Lakes Water Authority's proposed rate hike this year, and that increase would be about 6.8%, which follows an increase last year by 5.9%. A public hearing and vote is scheduled for next Wednesday in Detroit at the Water Board building on Randolph Street. The city is urging people to come out and make their voice heard. More local news. Seniors in Flint are invited to an appreciation brunch today at the Mays Senior and Community Center. The free event serves as a resource fair, including the Food Bank of Eastern Michigan, Genesee Health Plan, Consumers Energy, and more. That runs from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. today at the center on West Home Avenue.
In a first of its kind in Michigan, McLaren Healthcare in Flint is launching a program aimed at discovering heart risks early. It takes patients' routine chest CT scans and uses artificial intelligence to measure calcification in coronary arteries and aortic valves. That can show the presence of common forms of heart disease worsening over time if left untreated.
Brings together a more sophisticated view that only machine learning, only artificial intelligence can help to do.
Now, McLaren is one of only 5 health systems in the country to use this program. You are watching TV5 Morning Extra. We're going to take a quick break.
First, though, we want to remind you, if you are watching on YouTube or Facebook right now, maybe catching clips on Instagram, like, follow, and comment on the stories that matter most to you. Matthew will have another check of your first alert forecast when we come back in 1 minute.
First alerting you to a foggy start on this Thursday morning, and it's just because of all of that fresh rainfall that we had from yesterday. Fog will be sticking around for much of the morning, and then after the fog, we're tracking yet another round of rainfall, mainly for tonight. We are then going to have a cooler weekend following all of this damp weather. That dense fog advisory this morning, that's still in place until noon. It's for the entire Bay region, the Thumb, even around Flint this morning too. So again, definitely a morning where if you can leave a few extra minutes early, I would maybe do so. We haven't had any major holdups, but still with the fog, some folks will be traveling just a little bit slower than normal. Here's a look at that first alert hour by hour though. So no rain that we're tracking to start off the day. It will be at about 2 this afternoon though, and this is a recent development in the forecast. We could see a couple of these showers near Flint or Lapeer or even around the Millington area. Some of these showers still sticking around right on that shoreline of the Thumb at about 4 o'clock today. Once we go towards the overnight though, this is when the rain really starts to pick up across our area. So more of a widespread rainfall here. This will be around tomorrow morning, especially into our northern areas like Gladwin or Houghton Lake or West Branch. So tomorrow morning, if you'll be commuting, especially on any of these northern sections of I-75, you'll definitely have a rainy and wet commute. That morning rain should be out of here by about 8 or 9 o'clock tomorrow. By lunchtime, we're completely dry. We actually fall into this period of dry weather for the middle of the day, and then we do have a few isolated lake effect snow showers coming in for the evening. So we will be turning cooler by the evening. That unlocks more of that cool weather for the weekend. Between 1/4 and 1/2 of an inch of rainfall is expected by tomorrow morning, totals increasing as you go north. It's still a mild day, though, despite all this damp weather. 49 in Saginaw, 50 possible in Mount Pleasant, Alma, maybe even Clare as well. We do have 48 in Flint. First Alert 7-day forecast is still unseasonably warm even tomorrow with a high of 44, but then we're down to 36 on Saturday, 33 on Sunday. So there's that cooler weekend ahead of us. So I hope you didn't put away the winter jacket just yet. Now Sunday, some light scattered snow showers moving through. After all the warm weather we've had recently, I think some snow accumulations would be struggling quite a bit, but this doesn't look to be heavy by any means, likely less than an inch for any snow that is able to stick. But we will see a few snow showers moving through by then, and then early next week, still staying cold. Christine, Lauren, we do have highs in the low 30s, especially Monday and Tuesday.
Developing this morning, proposed bipartisan bills in the State House in Lansing that would work to regulate the use of video collected by license plate readers. The cameras are used in communities throughout the state. This legislation would set clear limits on how those cameras collect, store, and share data.
When we have that information taken from a license plate, it gets stored. The question becomes is, once it's stored, how long can people keep it and where does it go?
Now, under this legislation, government agencies could only use the readers for stolen cars, uninsured vehicles, or serious crimes, and data storage would be limited to 14 days. But that limitation is a concern to state police.
Investigations take a little bit longer where we're starting to talk to witnesses, getting information from people that were involved, and all of a sudden, well, I do have a partial plate or I have a vehicle. I think 2 weeks is a little too short.
The bill was referred to committee.
Happening today, a Flint police officer is laid to rest. The service for 54-year-old Charles Redmond begins this morning at 11 at First Presbyterian Church in Flint. Redmond died by suicide on February 8th. A GoFundMe has been created to help support his family. You can find that link on our website. The Flint Downtown Development Authority also says to expect partial street closures and more traffic than usual downtown.
In more local news now, the city of Flint is launching an initiative aimed at improving men's health. Mayor Sheldon Neely and the Office of Public Health are partnering with Men's Health First for a 12-month program offering monthly educational workshops, on-site health screenings, and access to healthcare providers. The program kicks off Tuesday from 11 to 12:30 at the Mays Senior and Community Service Center.
New this morning, a small act can make a big impact, especially when it comes to helping families with everyday needs.
And that is the focus of an event happening today in Saginaw, working to ease a little financial pressure while also building community. TV5's Maggie Castraba is live there now with all the details. Good morning, Maggie.
Lauren, Christine, thank you so much. We're live here at Center Road Laundry in Saginaw, where families will be walking away with more than just clean clothes. They'll be getting supplies, support, and even a welcoming space to connect with others within the community. And joined with me now to break it all down for today's event is Chad from FACT, Families and Children Together. Chad, good morning. How you doing?
Good morning. Great. Thank you so much for having us today.
Yeah, we're happy to be here. So why is this basic need so important for families right now?
It's so important. We're hearing time and time again, experiencing time and time again, that when families are having to decide between putting food on the table or getting their clothes clean at the laundromat, typically it's going to be putting food on the table. So we know that laundry and clean clothes is such a basic need. It's so important for school, work, and all across the board. So that's where we step in. We want to fill in those gaps and make sure that all of our families are having their basic needs taken care of, with that being clean clothes.
And if someone is interested in stopping by, what can they expect here today?
Yeah, the process is super simple. We can check in right at our front table. We'll hand you the laundry supplies as well as a snack bag, and the rest is really easy. Get set up in the laundry machines. We can provide up to 3 free loads of laundry washed and dried today, and yeah, up to 3 free loads. It's a lot of fun.
All right, and why is this event so important to strengthen the community just beyond clean clothes?
It's a really unique and non-traditional opportunity for us to meet with community members. We've been able to connect with some providers and have some other agencies in this space as well during these events. So it's not just a way for us to connect with families. They can also learn about some different resources in the area that can help support their families. So we're able to do resources and referrals on site, as well as have them talk to our other partner agencies that are here today.
All right, sounds great, Chad. Thank you so much. And this event kicks off at 11 a.m. and runs until 2 o'clock. Walk-ins are acceptable, and there is even a hot link section on our website for the link where you can sign up and get situated and coming out here on Center Road Laundry right here in Saginaw. So reporting live here in Saginaw for TV5 Wake Up, I'm Maggie Castraba. Guys.
What a great program. That's so unique. I love that. Yeah. All right, and not loving the fog so much this morning.
Yeah, quite a foggy morning out there. We'll still stick with the fog really through the morning here. By the afternoon, it should be a little bit clearer, but then we are tracking a few scattered rain showers, primarily near Flint and Lapeer, early this afternoon, and then more rain will fall tonight into tomorrow morning, about 1/4 to 1/2 of an inch. After that rain moves through our area, we'll start to cool down in the forecast. So after these 40s that we've really enjoyed for about a week now, we'll be going back to the 30s for several days starting this weekend.
All right. Matthew, thank you for those updates. Thanks for watching TV5 Morning Extra.
We will see you right back here at 9. In the meantime, download our news app or go to WNEM.com.